Hello. So it's not just me. I'm not the only one here. There are others. I'm just
Hi.
gonna see if I can pan. There's
Hi.
Michelle, and
Hello.
Jane's off to the side, and I just noticed that we didn't have to get the thing. Okay, boom. Anyway, they are super backlit because there's, as you can see, like right there,
Yeah, it's
tons of light coming in. I'm like super underlit. It's the windmill for the ranch.
okay.
Around.
I don't
Okay.
know if horse ranches have windmills.
Why wouldn't they? I mean, I'm looking around now. We
Well,
gotta
because
find
I
a.
think you forget that a windmill is a mill.
Well, no. Windmills like on a ranch. I'm thinking they are to power the water pump.
Okay.
That's the traditional
Yeah,
thing for
yeah.
like
Okay, okay.
this style of
Okay.
thing. I mean,
Sure.
that
I
would be the
don't see
thing to
any
power the
I
water
don't
pump
see any windmills on my I do have a water mill on mine.
because watermills can directly pump, or windmills can directly activate a water pump like
So
this.
mine is like it has the water wheel in the river.
Okay, so you've got a water wheel. I
Yeah.
don't have any water on mine.
Maybe
No,
you
I
should
do. I've
tell everyone what we're playing
Okay,
today.
we are playing Fantasy Ranch as part of Michelle's. So Michelle puts together these homeschool unit studies, and Jane's been wanting to study horses. And so usually we throw a game in, and so we were looking for a game about horses or ranching, and that's what we found. So if you guys know of any others, let us
I
know.
gotta tell you, there
But
are
there's not.
not a lot of horse games.
Hey, Scrappy!
Hi, Scrappy.
Hola!
Yeah, there aren't a
Yeah,
lot of horse games. I mean, there are games that have
right.
horses.
Well, yeah,
But
that's
I mean,
easy
there's
to
horse
do.
racing games. I'm
Oh
assuming.
yeah, there's like a boatload of horse racing games.
But
I
Jane
mean,
was
what?
interested in like raising horses.
Yeah.
And like, which is more than just racing them.
Right, and you would think with how many people love horses that it would be like a prime market.
You would think so.
Yeah.
Should be like a spirit game.
Oh
Probably.
no, there's like 5 different spirit games.
Yeah, but they're
all
probably
for like small children.
right.
It's like, remember we used to have that like buckaroo or whatever
okay.
when Jane was little?
Okay.
They have one, but it's with spirit.
There's some terrible gendered horse computer games. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, he has been playing one. It's horse hotel or something like that.
Okay.
And you care for horses, but it's pretty like gender neutral.
Okay.
And when I put together the unit study, the whole point was to try to make it a relatively gender neutral unit study because it's not just little girls who like horses.
Right.
Like
Should we
horses
turn the
everyone.
camera so you can be on your soapbox?
No.
Okay.
No, because then everybody will just be blinded by the sun.
Right. But yeah, the point is like we I don't know if we've shared this on here before. Since we started raising our kids, we never made it anything gendered. Right? Like if Jane wanted a doll, that was fine. It didn't really matter.
Yeah.
It wasn't a girl's toy or a boy's toy. They're just literal toys.
Griffin has a doll. His name is Ikey.
Yeah.
And our boys have both had like kitchens and house stuff to play with because quite frankly, they're going to grow up to live in a house someday.
Right, exactly.
I hope.
Right.
That's the plan. You know.
And to make everything gendered is just shooting yourself in the foot.
Right.
Which is you're supposed to do if you're a boy.
Yes, with
exactly.
the guns
because you're supposed to have a
should
gun. Right.
Yes.
Scrappy, did you have a gun? I'm assuming not because you're from the UK.
I didn't have a gun growing up. Well, a squirt gun.
Oh yeah, okay. Squirt gun. Right. I guess we had our Nerf guns.
We would make guns out of Duplos.
My dad he used to go hunting before we were born, so he has guns from hunting, but I had My Little Pony. Make your own judgments. It depends, right? I had Super Soakers. So, like, we love the new My Little Pony. Well, not new.
Okay.
You know what I mean.
My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic.
Is awesome.
Love it.
Yeah.
The old My Little Pony was a very, it's kind of like the Lego movie. It was
I loved the original My Little Pony when I was a little girl. And I had tons of ponies because obviously that was the point.
Right.
And then watching it as an adult, it's like, oh, this is garbage.
Right.
Well, I think back
because there wasn't a solid story. I think that was
and
it.
I think whenever I have watched like some of those older shows,
we used to have that. I just saw that he asked if we've tried the Tales of Equestria RPG. We used to have that and the...
You know, I think it's just not fun because of all the preconceived notions that you have.
Right.
So I mean, I know we're huge fans of Firefly, and I know there's a Firefly RPG, but I just don't want to play it because I
That is
feel
true.
like I'm gonna just be a stickler about the story and who these characters are.
That said, Michelle
no
is really good at the My
creativity.
Little Pony voices.
I am.
And so when we
I
play
can't
Tales
do
of
them right now,
Equestria,
though, 'cause
she's got a...
my throat's a little off.
She has a cold, but she's a pro story reader teller.
Oh yeah.
She can do Moomin too. You actually might know who Moomin is.
Yeah,
because you're on that
wish
side of the pond.
we could get Moomin on
Oh,
DVD.
yeah.
She's
That'd be so
really
cool.
good with all the Moomin voices, which is
I
funny.
have a lot of fun doing Moomin.
Because sometimes she'll talk to us or she'll explain or she'll read a story and we'll be like, whoa, hang on a second, you're reading Hunger Games. Moomin doesn't... Katniss does not sound like Moomin. What are you doing?
Now, there is one character's voice that Daddy can do extremely well. That's Gurgi, or if
Dorothy.
or if he's reading Lord of the Rings, that would be
Dude, Gollum okay.
Gollum or Abu.
Yeah, they're all the same though. They're just like...
no,
We could do...
It's
We could do like kind of a Donald Duck sort of thing.
no day.
Can you do a My Little Pony voice?
Okay. Well, really, the only My Little Pony voice I'm good at is Pinkie Pie.
Okay.
I'll try.
But her voice
My
is kind
voice,
of like... Because
my
she's
voice
getting...
is not good right now.
So we'll turn.
You
But
have
I
to
can
put
try,
on a My
okay.
Little Pony filter.
Oh, I don't know. No.
But I don't know what to say. I'm trying to find something. To
What does Pinkie Pie say?
I don't know. Okay. Okay.
Oh.
So I found a Pinkie Pie line here. I'll try it. This is, I feel weird.
Because normally she's just reading a story and
I
she just
know.
switches back and forth and it's
I
like she hits
do.
it. There's never any
Okay.
pressure of Scrappy Kid watching. And
I
waiting.
know. All right. I don't know if I can do it.
With your
though.
voice ripped up,
With
I'm
my
not
voice
sure.
is a bit weird. I don't know if I can do it.
She's...
Also,
Especially because you got the camera on me.
Okay, I'll turn it and I'll
Okay.
mouth it.
I feel I haven't warmed up or anything.
No, you haven't.
I always let my imagination run away from me. Then it comes back with cake.
Yeah, close, but your voice
Pretty
is...
close. My voice can't quite do it right now. 'Cause,
No,
like,
just can't hit the higher, like,
Yeah,
higher
it's a little
pitch.
weird.
Okay, sorry to put you on the spot.
No problem.
Also, if
I do actually really have fun doing Pinkie Pie voice.
Also, if you
And
Yep.
so, like, there's Pinkie Pie comes up in almost every story I read to Griffin.
Right, and we're always like, hey, that's Pinkie Pie, and you're reading
Yes.
whatever.
The only ones that I don't like in the Moomin series are because I do the voices based on the 90s series.
Right.
And so Sniff,
90s.
yep,
Wow.
Sniff and Little My, their voices are really, really similar.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of hard to differentiate them. Because Sniff is kind of like this. And Little My is kind of like this. So it's like just slightly higher,
Yeah,
you know?
just like for way tour.
But if you need a Yogi Bear, you got Daddy.
Oh, like when because we were doing CarPGs, we called them. So on our
Yeah.
trip, Michelle came up with this general system, and we called it CarPG. And we were driving to a Jellystone campground,
Yeah,
And
so
we
we
had
did a
an
Jellystone
RPG in the car.
themed RPG.
Right,
And so basically there's no rolling. You just rock, paper, scissors
right,
the
right.
things. So it's like you're gonna try doing this and we play rock, paper, scissors, and if you're successful, you're successful.
Right.
And if you're not, something terrible happens.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. So we kept going back and forth on
yeah,
that one. So
that was
that's
fun.
us and our family and our wacky voices that just show up randomly when
Yes,
we're together.
right.
So, okay, Fantasy Ranch. is the game we're going to play. I should switch so you can kind of see it. Okay, so here is Fantasy Ranch set up. On the other side of the board, it has an easier version for kids.
Just take the deck off. There's nothing on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, on the other side, it's just kind of like a regular roll and move style game. And on this side, it has kind of like a whole bidding aspect.
The back side.
Oh yeah, that's what I was looking for.
So this side is Fantasy Ranch Trail Ride. So it has one for ages 5 and up, a version for ages, I want to say like 6 and up, and then one for ages maybe like 8 and up. And then this is the regular Fantasy Ranch, and it also has 3 versions. It has a really light, like novice version. Today we're going to play version 2, which is sort of like medium. And then next week we'll play the hardest of the 3 versions. So, I mean, you kind of have like 6 different games in this box, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. So, we have not played this one yet.
We haven't.
This version. No. We played other versions. How much overlap is there? Like, am I basically relearning the whole game now?
No, from the first game, it's mostly the same.
Okay.
One thing that is different.
So this, I also kind of blew it up just so you guys can see it. It's not that big. They're like this big. But just FYI.
Yeah.
There's a little player map.
That is Adam's.
There you have. I just wanted you guys to kind of be able to see. I wasn't sure how good the camera was going to focus.
Okay, so we have our horse cards. We have like tons of different horses. And we're going to start by drafting our horses.
Oh, right.
But I should probably tell you some of the other things that we're going to be doing before we draft.
Okay.
That might make a difference.
And yes, tiny little horse people.
Yeah. They're really cool, except for these 3 are all really similar. It's hard to tell them apart.
Right. I guess we can call them
actually, on the camera, they're actually much more distinguishable than in person.
Chevelle poles.
Okay, so at the beginning of our turn, we're going to be drawing Twist of Fate card.
A Twist of Fate, okay.
Yep. And it just has like a if you and then a thing, then you get a reward.
Just rewards, or is there also like bad things that can happen?
I don't know.
Because like Twist of Fate,
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I have not looked at any of the Twist of Fate cards.
Just saying. I feel like it should be like bad too, but
it's a mystery. Okay, so we're gonna be doing that. We do not. So in the first one, you get a point for each of your horses.
Okay.
And a point for each of your buildings that you have purchased.
That you've uncovered. Yep.
That is not the case now. You're still going to get a point for each building.
Okay.
If you're able to purchase all your buildings, you're going to get the points here.
Okay.
In your home. You're going to get a point for each of your world-class horses. So that's like this one here. Basically, everything that has a trophy on it, you're going to get.
A world-class
horse. Each trophy
is
a point.
There.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's this buddy system. So you can see each horse has like a little symbol. And so if you have 2 horses with, so say I had 2 horses with stars, that would get me 1 point.
Okay, because they're buddies.
But if I had 3 horses with stars, I would get 2 points.
Because they're super buddies.
They're like super duper buddies.
Okay, matching buddy symbols, 1 trophy, 3 matching buddy symbols, 2 trophies. Okay. Mm-hmm. World horses, 1 trophy.
You can possibly get trophies from your Twist of Fate cards.
Twist of Fate listed.
And that's pretty much
Range tiles.
So that's
okay.
That's all the changes. That's it.
Cool.
So here, can you set that off the side? So you can start by drafting.
And the game was like, was it Kickstarted? It wasn't Kickstarted. Was
I don't think so. No. So no, I am pretty sure this game was entirely sponsored by horse stuff. You can see there's ads all over the whole board.
Right.
And even like these show cards also have ads on them.
Like this play card, right? It says it's the
on one side it's the player aid.
Geronimo Trail Guest Ranch and Gila National Forest, New Mexico. On one side, it's just this, but on the other side, it's an ad for the actual space, like place in New Mexico.
Yeah, it tells you all about the
Oh, yeah,
ranch,
you can follow them on
the
Facebook
horses that they have, where you can
Instagram.
find them.
and Pinterest. Okay, right.
Yeah. So yeah, it's I mean, it doesn't really. We were talking about the advertisements, especially on the board, and that it doesn't feel like out of place
Right.
because
There's no ads for Pepsi.
well,
Or-
no, but I mean, like, if you're at the fair or you're at like a horse show, you're seeing these kinds of things
Exactly.
all over. So it kind of makes sense with the theme.
Right.
And then they were able
You just owned
to
it.
really, it's a great partnership if you think, because like the people who are investing in this game are also going to want to share it with their customers as well. So it's a really
Mhm.
probably a very good synergy.
Right.
Yeah. And I mean, the production quality is really decent. The
I'm not
little
sure who
horse maples are
designed the
great.
game. I mean, did they even give the
They're
designer
just a
credit?
family.
Oh, okay. It's like a family that designed it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's a family who raises horses and loves horse stuff. So
Okay. They just created a game.
so yeah, it's a
Cool.
family run company. If you go to their website, they have like the story of how they created the game and stuff. So
Did you find it hard to get a copy?
we
Where
just
did
got
you
it on
get it?
Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was
Did
actually
they have
pretty
their
easy.
own shop on Amazon? I'm guessing.
I am not sure.
Because that's how that other company
Yeah.
was on Amazon. I don't know. I don't know when
I
it
don't
was
know either.
printed. They might have
2019.
2019.
So it's not really terribly old.
Okay.
Although I mean it's 2022 now, so I mean,
That's
it's getting there.
I don't know if it's the best game ever.
It's not like super deep or anything.
So far we've run into a lot of luck based kind of stuff. So I'm interested to see
Well, next week when we play the
how
third
this
one,
changes.
it has a lot more stuff in the third.
Okay. Okay.
So it just kind of eases you into the challenges.
Certain similarities that I've seen in this is like if you played Predator, when you're trying to bring things to a fashion show to win, it's got that kind of feel like you're looking ahead to try to bring things to win at particular shows to be able to win particular things to help you win at other particular shows. Kind of like over and over. Oh, I have to pick one?
Yep. We probably should start drafting.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, there's three. Okay.
Oh. And then we're doing the shows like normal, right?
Yes.
Like it'll be the pink show
Yes,
and then the
yes.
blue show to start with. Oofta. Oh shoot, I should have. Do we start with any space? Do we start with a free space?
We will still start with a free space.
Okay.
Just,
But we
So it
probably want to see what horses we have
changes.
first.
oh, wait a minute. Oh.
What?
Yeah, I already have him. Okay. Well, I just realized I saved a paddock horse.
Yep, and you don't have a
I
paddock.
don't have a
Well,
paddock.
first
You can
I
always store
purposely-
a horse in your house.
Three.
Because
Three horses.
3 horses in your house.
Because this is
This-
the Gricola.
This ain't no tiny house.
This is super Gricola, where you gotta store 3 horses in your house, not just one.
Not just one animal in your house, like a little sheep or a little cow or a little pig, but 3 full-grown horses. You can. James Baxter. All right.
Okay.
Did that.
Give me some cards, Adam. Make your decision.
Take your cards.
Okay. Okay.
It's life or death.
It is life or death.
Why can't it be both?
It can be.
Um,
I have lost so much on this game.
Oh, wait.
There
No,
you
I
go.
want this one.
Wait. I should have 3 cards right now, right?
Right.
Okay. Just checking.
here.
Oh.
Okay, what do you give me?
And a barn.
Ooh.
Gold
Okay.
I don't really want that one.
barn. Okay.
Okay,
that's
so now we
fine.
have to collect our horses. So I got one of
Okay.
these. And one
So
of
I
these,
did
two of
purposely
these.
take a run out horse.
You guys can
because-
kind of see the horses I have. So I've got Maverick. No Goose, though, if you've watched Top Gun.
3
So just Maverick all by himself. He's
I-
alone.
guys. I have
He's a range horse, so that is like these kind of beige ones, I think. Range is
range,
this?
yes.
Okay, so I got to take one of these range
I'm taking
meeples. So I'm going to set him over here. All right. And then, you know what? I'm just going to store him. I'm going to, where can I put that? You know, I'll just, I have to put them in the house right now, actually. So they're in the house right here.
And then, can you put out the horses?
Sure.
In the market.
There's going to be horses in the market. We can buy these horses with food. Is that still the same rule? Okay. So if you notice, all these, they have a certain amount of carrots, and you just buy them with carrots. That's the currency in this game. I don't know if you can do that in real life. You just go to a horse show, and you're like, hey, I got carrots.
Okay, I got a 6.
I have moonshine. Uh-oh.
Did you also get a 6?
It's a paddock horse. I got
Okay,
3.
me and Jean will have to reroll.
And then I got 2 show horses. I have Duke. Duke is a show horse, so
I'm
he's red.
first.
And I
Go
have
first, Beatrice
Ace,
can go.
who's also a show horse. And it's red.
You had big plans there, Jane.
And you said we get to start with one.
You get to choose
these,
one.
and
Oh,
I'm
you have
thinking-
2.
I'm thinking I might want to start with my run out because I have 2 reds. Okay, so that's what I did. We get to start with one of these, so I'm going to buy this parcel of land, and then I can put my show horses in the run out. Thank you for buying a run out. That's what my horses sound like.
Goodness.
And then over here in my house, I still have Maverick, who's like, I want to live alone. And I'm like, too bad, you're going to live in the house. And I have Moonshine, who's like, I'm just a drunk horse.
It took me a second because I'm like, why did he call him a drunk horse? Oh, because his name
name
is
is
Moonshine.
Moonshine.
Yeah.
Very horse-related humor. Why the long faces? Okay, let's get started, and maybe the game will end before
Okay. So, to start my turn, I'm going to take a Twist of Fate card.
Okay.
So it says, if you own a horse with an orange show skill, I do, hold a show.
Hold
and
a show?
I will roll 3 dice. So,
What?
Do we get to join into the show?
this is a show. You guys, if you guys have some orange, you can join in the show.
Yeah, I have 1 orange.
Maverick, it's like, I've been wanting to join into this
So
fight.
how the shows work is, I'll put this up here. Okay, so this is an orange show.
It's so busy.
I'm entering Cowboy.
I'm going to enter Maverick.
Normally
Knight.
I would get 2 dice because I have a 2. Adam's gonna get 1 dice. Jane's gonna get 1 dice. But because of the card, I get 3. So let me roll.
And you're gonna just pick your highest dice rolled. So it's
So
just
I
upping
rolled-
your chances.
I
You're not
rolled a
adding
5.
together.
Wait, Daddy, how are you gonna get rolled? Oh.
You roll 1.
Ah,
Oh.
man. All right. Well, I got 2nd. So Jane won 3 carrots,
Yep.
2 tack,
And we have
And a tractor.
a tractor.
The
Wait,
tractor,
we
I think,
haven't-
is just
No, we haven't gone.
farming.
May, I don't think we've gone
No.
that one yet.
Let me. I think the.
What does the tractor
I
do?
think the tractor's for later. Let me just double check quick. No, that's the trail ride rules. There's 2 sets of rules.
Distraction.
All right. Sounds good, Scrappy. See you next time. Okay, we are doing a quick rules check to see what does a tractor mean in a horse show.
So see, next time there's employees with like abilities.
In case y'all are at
Wow.
a
And
horse
then there's like
show
all these little tokens.
and you see a tractor, and you're like, what does that mean?
Oh, it even has a whole thing about all the guest ranches in the
Wow.
back as well.
What?
They did not skimp on advertisement.
My goodness. Oh, okay.
It's
okay,
like a
here.
magazine for
Upgrade.
upgrade.
We don't have upgrades yet.
Okay, we don't have upgrades. Can't use tractors.
Ah. we
So
can use-
that means Jane's gonna win 3 carrots. Carrots again you can use to buy horses.
And I won 2
Um,
carrots.
Tack is what you use to upgrade, or not upgrade, but buy new lands.
You're gonna get 1 carrot.
I do get 1 carrot.
Now, though, I'm gonna use that tractor.
Okay, so this goes
to carry my
underneath you.
horse home tonight.
All right.
Store mine up here.
So there we go. That was exciting. Okay, so now on
Maverick
my turn,
comes back.
I can do one of 3 things. I can buy a horse, I can buy a location, or I can buy one of the
Stack
farm
these like this.
locations.
We still only get one turn.
Still just one.
One
Yeah,
action.
just do
Buy
one
one
thing.
horse.
But
one
you can always
location.
move your horse figures around or
Farm
sell horses or trade
range.
resources. So I think I would like to buy a horse. And I care what kind of horse I get now. And none of my symbols are up there, so that's unfortunate.
That is.
Ooh, Bullet has a
unfortunate.
3 for
I think you
pink.
should not look at Bullet. And you should move on to something else. Like a non-Bullet.
Trying to think of what color. Ooh, Rocket also has 3. But,
So we, because you guys are on my team, we are needing lightning bolts and hearts. Because Maverick has a big heart.
Well, I only have 1 for pink.
And lightning bolts,
I already
or
have
moonshine is.
I already have a
lightning
2 for
bolts.
pink, so. You know
Also,
what?
don't forget about the
I
buddies.
cannot buy Rocket.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
I
about the
really
buddies.
cannot buy Bullet either. They are both paddock horses. That's a bad idea for
Ooh,
me.
ouch.
I really should buy some range horses. Is that one a range?
Yes.
And that
that's
one's a range?
And that's a
Okay,
range.
so
Don't
just hard
forget
for me to
about
see them.
Don't forget about the buddies
Okay, I
symbols.
don't have a teal or a purple. I do have orange.
So, like,
and
currently, coming up here,
pink.
the first show is going to be a pink
Okay,
show.
I would like Sunny.
And a blue show. And they happen right, like one
Thank
right after the
you.
other. So, to be able to even enter the horse, we need to get a pink and a blue horse this round, which I don't think is going to happen.
Ooh, you
Because
don't have any
I
pink or
do
blue?
not have blue.
Well, you probably shouldn't have taken so many of those end of game horses.
Well, like right here,
Mhm.
you just take this one.
Oh,
one
I
on the
just took
bottom?
Sunny.
Oh, okay. So you had one.
Yeah, I have a pink and 2 reds and an orange.
Well, I just mean like there wasn't that many blues to start with. Like Does Jane have
has
any blue?
2. He has a 2 blue.
Oh, he has
I
a
have
blue.
2 single blues.
Okay.
And I
You
have a
could have
single
taken
pink.
one of those.
I could have.
I
have.
mean,
But I invested poorly.
you did.
But I'll blame it on the game.
I'm done. It's your turn.
Oh, okay. So I need to draw one
Yep.
of these.
Twist
So you might as well read them out since we don't know what I
English
need to say.
princess. If you have horses with all of these show skills, no,
Is that just you?
because I have
You
the
can
yellow.
achieve it at any point, Jane.
Oh, I keep it.
You hold on to it, and at some point, if you do finish it, then you will get those.
Oh,
Bonus points. Cool.
great.
Okay, so now you do your turn.
Okay.
Gives you a little bit of strategy for what you might want to get.
That bullet would be.
Because you actually have 3 of
Oh.
them.
Wait, I do. The blue. You're right. I do. If I got the.
Is that green or is it teal?
And so starting player is the
teal.
person who wins the second.
Yeah, so like this one would work.
Starting
or
player
this
is the
one.
person who wins the second show.
Yeah, but
right?
May, those are all. I don't have a pasture horse area.
Yeah, but this one has 2. But I think all of those ones are in the pasture.
Yeah, I think so too.
You can keep 3 in your house.
Yeah.
But you'll have to. You could always sell them after you've achieved it.
Okay.
That's an
but
option.
Which one would
When
be
you sell a
better?
horse, you get the carrot value listed? Okay.
Yes.
So it's just a straight trade. Like you're buying them for 4 carrots, and then if you sell them, you'll get 4 carrots back. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. They don't devalue or increase in value.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna spend. Wait. Why did I just throw? Oh, because it only costs 2 carrots for that one. I was gonna get this one because I don't have a purple.
Good idea.
Right.
But yes, I have achieved this, and
Okay.
I have.
So
a
what you
reward.
do is you put it under your board like this, so you can see that you
thought
got
so,
it.
Yeah.
You need to draw your
Alright.
Twist of Fate card.
Twist of fate. Maybe I'll get a good twist. All right. Rodeo Queen. Why is everything girl related?
Well,
Okay.
we've already discussed that.
If you have
You don't have
horses,
to name. You don't have to like read off the name of the card either.
all right, sure. All right, have horses with all these skills. So I need a
No, they have to be a 2 though.
yeah, 2 orange, a 2 green, a 2 pink, and a.
Well, you
Is
have
it
a
is it
start.
at least? Is it at least? Like if I had a 3 pink,
I mean, it does say that it would be those specific skills.
these show skills.
So I feel like it would have to be those
Okay. Oh,
in particular.
all right. Don't know if that's gonna happen. Hmm. I feel like I'm gonna be buying a horse for one show and one show only.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Here. And
Oh,
so
I need
they
my
don't really
green
match
horse.
buddy wise. I'm gonna get Rocket
Yeah.
because if I can win the second show, I can be starting player. I won't be able to even enter the first show.
There is not anything different about that. Is for when we play 3, Adam. We've talked about that several times.
What? Okay.
The first player is just gonna move around like normal.
Okay. There we go. Rocket. Oh, and I have to take a Rocket. He's a paddock horse who's in my house.
All right, so it's time to do some
Classy.
shows. We're starting
Okay.
with the barrel racing show.
Barrel racing. I do not
I'm entering Belle.
believe in barrel racing,
Oh,
and so my horses will stay out of
This
this
is
race.
my
So I get to roll
Prize
2
win-
dice. Jane will get to roll 1.
This is my prize-winning dice that has rolled.
wow,
a
that's
million
I see you guys gave me
sixes.
orange again, which
What?
is
Yes,
And
I
you
Crappy
won
won
rolling
with
dice.
a 2.
That's great. Okay, I'm very happy about that. All right, so
I
you can
bet you
take
are.
your horse back,
the all right.
and I win a free horse.
This
win 2
this
carrots.
really got me last time. Is that everyone else kept winning free horses?
Okay, I really want Wildfire
Destroyed me.
because Wildfire and Sunny can be buddies. They're both butterfly horses.
Right. We can flip over. Do you have enough room for a range horse?
Yes.
Oh, you do have a range. Interesting. Okay. I get to roll 3 dice.
Okay. Oh wait. So we're doing blue now.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna send in Coconut.
Go Rocket.
Blue, night. Coconuts, rocket,
Go.
and nights.
I got a 4.
Nice.
Because I can never roll very high with these.
4.
Yes, but so
I had a 4,
Put both
4,
of your
and a
dice
3.
on. Jane, put both of your dice on. Okay, so no, you only do the 2 dice.
Okay.
Okay, so Adam had the 4. Jane had a 4, but his additional 4 trumps this 3. So
Okay, I win!
you won a horse,
I won 2 tack.
and
Good
I won 1
job.
tag.
Rocket. Let's see here. We need. Okay, we're coming up on a purple, on a roping show, and a dressage show. So it'd be good if we can get something for roping.
I already have.
I do have something for roping. How about? And I do have something for dressage, which is moonshine. And I mean, Rocket could compete in that one as well. Is anything going to match my symbols? I can't fit any. Oh, I can fit Prince. 1, 2, and Prince is a level 2.
Hey,
Show
you're
horse.
taking all the gold horses.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
They really like. So
Yeah,
I've got
thank you.
3 show horses. That's not going to be very good. I need to
Yeah.
upgrade. I'm
Let's
not.
see what my Twisted Fate is.
Wait.
I was
Oh,
first
right,
player.
right.
Now Jane's
Gotcha.
first player.
Gotcha.
If I own a dressage horse.
Dressage.
Oh, dressage horse of 2 or 3. I get a reward. Discard one of your horses and choose a new horse from the sales barn for free.
Ooh.
Do I have to use it immediately?
Well, you have one, so you,
Yeah, so right here. So I
Well, if
suppose
you
this
have one that we're not
this
using
show
anymore.
is over.
yeah, and you can maybe trade for a horse that is
Uh,
a buddy with one of your current horses.
None of those are. Oh, well, Ginger is.
Because you have a
I think we're gonna want to
No,
upgrade
no,
our
Ginger
paddock
is good with
next.
this horse. So if I get rid of it,
Gotta get these
Yeah.
horses out of our house.
I can't. There's just no symbols.
I mean, they're cuddly, but they're messes.
I mean, the living room is not a good place for a horse.
Not normally.
How many points do you get for the buddies again?
Well, you're not going to get any points if you don't have buddies. So if you have 2 horses that are the same, you're going to get 1 point. And if you have 3 horses that have the same symbol, you'll have 2 points.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not.
It's a low point game, so like each point is
horse
pretty.
doesn't get you a point.
Nothing. They're worth nothing by themselves.
Oh, since I achieved this though, I could get rid of this horse.
You could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then
Just remember that we're doing purple and red.
So getting rid of your horse is like a free action, right? It's not.
Yeah, you can always
Okay.
sell your horse, but he's getting a
Options.
free
Move
horse.
horses,
to
sell
exchange it.
horses, trade resources.
It's
Oh,
a good
trade resources, 2
opportunity.
for
Like
1.
you don't have a very good purple, so you could get a purple, but that one's a pasture animal. And you have a decent red one.
yeah,
Bum, bum, bum.
there's only one decent purple one out
Bum,
here.
bum, bum.
Yeah.
And that's not going to match with any of my current horses.
No, but none of those do, except for
Oh,
if you got
this one,
Ginger.
Um,
But then you'd have to get rid of a different one.
yeah,
We need
You know,
triangles, hearts,
I could get
and
rid of my
lightning
knight though.
bolts.
But
But I don't think we're gonna get them. I guess I'm focusing
Right.
way too much on show horses.
I don't want.
Yeah,
But
clearly.
I don't think I'm gonna get any more show horses. I have 3. I can fit 3 in my.
The
show
thing
horse
is,
house.
they don't do you any good until the very end of the game.
They really don't.
So it's kind of like if you were
Yeah,
playing.
right.
Think of it this way: if you were
Where's the
playing
discard?
Heart of Crown
Right.
and you
I'm gonna
started
take this
buying
horse.
Your
like
dukes right
senators
away.
and dukes from the very beginning of the game, now your
Those are
hands are
better.
just filled with
Yeah.
them. You know.
Okay, now it's time for my turn.
Put that out.
Oh.
Now it's time for my turn.
Wait.
Yes.
Oh, I
That
just
was
sold a
just
horse
out
of
of that,
this.
or Jane. That goes under here.
Although, May, I just
I see.
sold that kind of horse.
Ah, nice.
Oh, man. Okay.
Doodle.
So, I need to
bum.
open up more pasture room.
I do
So,
We need to get a paddock.
do I want
Like
to
I
get
said.
the range?
Kick these horses out.
Yeah.
Think
Have
I'm
a
going
little
to
more
spend
space.
3 for the...
I have
Put my
enough
show
to get my
horses
run out.
together.
I'd like to be able to get some end of game horses, but there aren't any out at the moment.
Yeah, because Daddy keeps buying them
Yep.
all.
I'm hoping that we
I'm
will just
glad
win.
I started the game with Hero T.
We will win all the prizes at the end. Hopefully, they can't enter any of the ones.
So,
We have to just keep buying up all the show horses and then selling them.
in the meantime, we'll win everything else, and
Exactly.
you'll be like, "Whoops."
Yep.
No, though, I have one, though.
Overinvested in useless horses.
Daddy.
Pretty
I already
much.
have one. So you can't kick me out of any of the tournaments.
Yeah,
can't
you're
kick
just
May
bullying
out.
me. Thanks a lot.
Well, I did my turn by unlocking a paddock.
Okay.
So,
I'm
That's it.
going to unlock a paddock as well.
hey, you
With my
forgot to
attack.
do your
You
Oh.
didn't do your.
Undo. Control Z. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. Twist of fate. If you have the smallest stable of horses,
The smallest stable of horses.
I have 5 horses.
do I get that once I...
I have 6 horses. You have 6 horses.
Yeah.
Jane has 5 horses.
Okay. Do I just throw it?
No, because at some point maybe you will.
Okay. We need to...
Okay, so now you can buy your paddock.
Okay, now I can buy my paddock. Buying a paddock. It just costs 3 boots. I don't know who has 3 legs, but, you know, whatever.
It's 3 tack.
Okay. Where is the paddock, actually? 'Cause this is the range. I think the paddock is in here where they're, like, boxing.
Okay, you're done though, right?
Take that.
All right. Oh, look at that. If I had all the horses
Oh,
like you currently do, I could get 2 of those. That's probably not going to happen.
Those are, like, personal rewards.
So that's unfortunate. I was hoping
Yeah,
that'd be more helpful.
it's like in Tiny Epic Dinosaurs, Daddy.
It's
Okay,
private goals.
Well,
And
I
it's
am going to
funny.
plan for the future and get my run out because I'm really hoping that
You'll get some
I
show
will.
horses.
So
Oh shoot, I forgot to.
There
We need
are
to
no
store
run-out
all these
horses out
dices
here.
on one.
I realize that, but at some point there will
so
be.
the other numbers don't get tired.
Okay, so it's time for the roping show.
Roping
sending
show.
in Wildfire.
What color is that? Purple.
Yep.
All right. I'm sending in Maverick.
I am sending in KT.
Don't let me down.
KT38 special.
A 3.
Okay. I also have a 3, but mine trumps yours. Oh my goodness.
Double 6.
All right. So Jane wins a free horse. I'm gonna get 2 food. Adam's gonna get 1 food.
I get 1 food, which does.
Are you gonna take your horse, Jane?
Nothing.
Or just flaunt your win?
Okay. And.
Okay. Let's see. What kind of horse do I want?
We're gonna have Moonshine.
Well, there is another.
Green and yellow
Oh, you gotta
is the
wait.
next
He's not done with the
section.
last show yet.
Forgot.
There is one of these out. Yeah. And I don't have a good horse for that, so maybe I'll take that horse. So, some
Oh,
buddies.
that's right. I've been forgetting to cover those.
Okay.
You
Wow.
already got your food.
Yep.
You
Okay.
guys, I basically just got 4 free horses because it has 4 names on it. Chip, Chunk, Coco, and Cookie. Apparently.
You are full in your home.
4 horses in 1.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna send out Coconut for the dressage.
I'm gonna send up Moonshine. I'm gonna roll that dice.
Zorro.
It's too tired.
Yes.
I rolled a 4. Again.
A 6 and a 3.
I
Oh
don't
my
think- I
goodness.
don't think I have a
What?
6
okay,
printed
we have
on
to reroll
mine.
our second dice. 3.
Oh, you
I
beat
won!
me.
I got last place again,
Okay. I get a free horse.
and I get a boot.
This should
I get a piece of
gotten
tack.
filled in between shows.
Yeah, who wants horses when you could have
Alright.
boots?
Such
Aw,
tacky
there's a
prizes.
Star.
Jane loved that
There's no
joke. He was like,
lightning
ah!
bolt. There's no circle. There's no butterfly.
I was
Don't-
just thinking about Jake, and he's like, "How did I get here? You blacked out after laughing at your joke too hard."
Okay. Did you guys get your rewards?
Yes.
Okay. I'm still trying to decide what I
We
want.
got our tacky prizes.
Ah.
Wait. What was my reward?
2 tack.
Oh.
Ooh. Oh. I don't
You're
know what to
too
take.
loud. Just let the laugh out. It's safer that way. Just store the laugh in. It's just, you're gonna explode.
I think I'm gonna take Hawk.
Okay. Hawk is gone. All right. Next up, we have a trail show, a trail show, and a show jumping show. It's special because it has 2 shows in it.
A show jumping show.
Show jumping show. Okay.
Don't forget to take your card.
Right. Start with the fate. Have horses with all these skills, which I do. Okay, I have 1. Nope, that's it. Probably not gonna happen. Okay,
Oh, it's worth 2 trophies. I mean,
I know, but I'm just it's not.
what are you gonna do?
Maybe I can start winning some
Oh,
horses.
I did not take my horse.
Okay. We have a trail show horse, who's pretty good. And we have Moonshine. Moonshine can shine at this one. So therefore, I could spend this turn not buying a horse and upgrading or gaining a pasture is what I'm going to gain.
Nice.
Because I had 2 tack to buy it with.
Okay.
Okay, your turn.
All right. If I have horses with all these skills, so let's see here. I've got a 2 for purple. I have the pink. I have a 3 for yellow. And I don't have the blue. So
Don't
maybe
have
at
the
some
blue.
point, but probably not.
I do feel like these are minimums,
right.
though.
Or what?
You think?
I do think.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just
We
gonna
could
look at
we
the.
could
I'm
just
gonna
say
look at the
like we could
you
just
know,
say like
bottom ones.
that's what we'll play as. Okay, I am going to farm my ranch. Cause you know what I need? I need some tack. You know what I grow on my ranch? Tack.
I mean, there's a couple symbols where they show both.
Don't think too hard about that.
You grow tack. Okay.
I mean, it's gotta be made out of something.
You're right. Right.
My horses aren't dead, so it's
No.
not made out of them.
No.
Your turn. Jane.
Okay.
Okay. Oh.
So I gotta say, I kind of hope. I don't know. It's difficult because you only get one action
Oh.
Yeah.
every single
Trail
turn.
horse
And there's
with
only 5
And
turns.
It's only 5 turns. So if you want to upgrade all of your places, like
Okay.
if you want to get, I don't know. I feel because you can
Can
take
I
a
sell
turn just to
horses
gain
and buy
resources,
horses
right?
in the same turn?
Sell and buy, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Good.
If you farm your ranch, you'll just get 6 goods.
Yes.
Dang it.
And so that's a different way of like unlocking some things, but and you can only unlock
I have enough now to
one-
unlock both of my barn and my pasture. But I'll have to use 1 turn
Do I
each time
get-
Right.
to do
do I
it.
get-
And that'll be
Right.
the end of the game.
Do I get
Exactly.
both carrots back, maybe?
Yes.
I
So
would
I do
love
not
to
have
keep
enough.
him
I
and
need to
have the
win
buddies,
tax.
Yeah.
But
Be able
if
to
I
get 'em all.
discard him, then I can buy Doodle. So I'm still gonna have 2 green horses,
hmm
and he's still gonna cost 2. However, now I have the 2 or the 3 symbol, meaning I get to take horse with one of these show skills from the sales
Oh.
barn for free. So I'm guessing
Nice.
it's not a 3 option either. Like what you're saying. Okay. What one?
Well, no, like, but in your case, it's because you're getting a brand new horse. Do we need to fill this?
No, not till the end of
Okay.
the turn.
Those 2.
Okay.
That one.
Sounds good.
And I need an orange. Fox is an orange.
So if you all know any other
Ooh,
ranching
ooh,
style games,
um,
we have Dino Ranchers,
dang
but it's a little
it.
bit different.
Oh, my barn only can fit 3
Tiny epic
horses.
dinos, I suppose.
And there's
technically.
like there are games about being like a cowboy
yeah.
and rustling cows.
I don't know. After the documentary yesterday, I don't know. I don't know if that's what you want to be.
Yeah.
I want that one, but I can't take it because my barn is full.
I feel like
I'll
so
take
like the
Fox.
documentary that is part of our unit study, one of them,
Right.
um
The wild horse.
they
one.
do talk about like the fate of wild horses that are being removed from the wild.
Are you done?
And they do actually
Oh,
show
it's time. It's showtime.
like some of the horses being killed. I feel like it would have been nice if they had just put up a little thing like FYI, if you're watching this with a 5-year-old, maybe have them turn away for a few minutes.
Right. Because he was like, what's going on?
Griffin's like, what are they doing? Are they killing the horse? And then, of course, they show it in slow motion. It's
Right.
like, gracious, you guys.
Give it a little
Okay.
bit of warning.
It's time for the trail show.
Yes.
I just have lousy
Okay.
guys.
And
We have greens.
And I will be
I'm
Maverick.
going to send in Belle.
It's your time to shine.
Doodle.
Doodle. Ooh, I rolled a 6.
I, again, rolled a 4. I really like different dice. I don't know. I don't think I've ever rolled
All
anything
right.
higher than 4 with these
I
orange
want it.
dice.
Wait, what did you have, Jane?
A 3 and a 1.
Okay, so Jane is third.
So I get 1 carrot. You get 2 carrots. We
Yay.
both
And I get a
carrots.
horse. So, okay, I could look here.
Okay, I'm ready
If I
for the
got-
next show.
I have the yellow and the purple.
Oh,
If I got a blue.
next show, when we get to it, it's going to be a
It's
show
barn
jumping
horse.
show.
Oh, I don't have room for that
And
one.
Moonshine has promised me that he has sobered up to do the show again. So we'll see.
The only horse I can take is Comet. Or I guess Rebel. They're both like basically the same.
I bought this
yeah.
paddock. No, I don't.
They're
think I have
basically the
horses
same.
for the paddock.
I kind of like Comet better.
Hmm.
Comet.
Do they work with your buddy?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
I set up my dice mayonnaise so that they're on the
So
same.
they're taking up space in my range.
Mayonnaise.
I ain't got
I set
no
up
buddies.
Yellow.
I set up my dice so that they're the same as yours, Maymay, so that I can figure out your
I'm sending out
technique.
Hawk.
I'm sending out Goldie. Wait, you get to roll 3 dice?
I do.
Which one are you supposed to take first?
Come on.
2 4s.
Yeah, beat that. You can't.
I can't.
Oh, but you're
I
second.
rolled a 5.
But you're second. So
Okay.
you at least get
Mm.
the second place one.
To
And I
take.
get to
And
pick.
I
Oh,
get one.
yes! Yes!
No.
Finally!
No. Not good.
I've been waiting for one of those.
Why did you have to get that?
Damn.
All right. On to the next. Your
Oh,
starting player.
okay.
We have Western Pleasure Show.
Ooh,
and
I do own one
driving
of these.
show. Not
Rob
diving show.
one
Different.
food or
Completely
tack
different.
from all players.
What?
I get to rob, I don't know. I'm robbing one food or tack from everybody.
Oh, nice.
I'm
merci.
going to take a food from Adam and a tack from Jane.
Okay.
Because
That's legal.
there you go. And then I am going to get my...
It was a twisted fate
I'm going to
instead of a twist of
open
fate.
up my barn. There we go. Now I have some room in my home. I really like some buddies here. But it's your turn, Jean.
Oh.
Twist of fate.
If I own an entire ranch tile. What?
If you own the whole thing.
Oh. Okay. I can spend 3.
You don't own the whole thing. You haven't gotten your range yet.
What? I'm right now for my turn spending these. I'm
Oh, okay.
buying this. I
Okay.
don't even know what the reward is.
Your reward. A pat on the back. It'll be coming in the mail.
Oh.
It's stuck in shipping right now.
Buy 1 horse for another player.
From
Ooh.
another player?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I don't think I'm going to steal your star, because that would just
Also,
be
I think you
mean.
might actually have the fewest horses now.
Probably, since I can never win anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I have 9.
See here, I'm going to be...
You're gonna take one of mine?
Wait, aren't you winning, Day?
Do you
I
think
have
I'm
9
winning?
horses, and he has 6.
Oh, whoops, I'll buy this one from you. What? Sorry?
You don't have anywhere to put him. You can't.
Oh, you're right.
You don't even have a place
You don't
for
have a
him.
run out. What do you even have in yours?
You have to buy a horse you're capable of keeping.
Caping.
I have the
Keeping.
smallest.
Keeping.
My goodness.
Okay, so I did win this.
I don't know. I didn't want this card.
So,
Well, I have a star card here, Jane.
so possibly you could look at her
Look at
ones
the
that aren't really
buddies.
matching, and then match a buddies.
Like these are my list of ones that don't match. Good gracious, trying. Also, you can't actually buy these ones when you get cards and stuff. You can't ever take these from anyone.
The show horses will hunt you down because you stole our show horse.
Okay.
The sun's completely changed now,
So I guess.
so I'm not blinded.
What's this one? It's a star. Oh, it's also barn, so I can't take it.
Why? Oh, because you're full on barn.
I
Okay,
don't
here,
have
did you wanna
any
see my-
range or paddock.
These are range and paddock.
I don't have any of those symbols.
Do you
This is-
have other like cards that you haven't unlocked yet? Like we keep drawing.
No, I've fulfilled them all.
Oh, okay.
I've only drawn
Yeah,
one.
you'll need to put your thing back.
Yeah,
down.
I really wish I hadn't have drawn.
Do you
that
have what you
card.
need for the next like
Um,
grouping?
Yes,
Okay.
double orange and double green. That.
I mean, you could take one of mine, but I mean, it's only these guys available. If you need one of them for buddies, I'm just saying, like, keep the game moving.
Yeah, no, I don't have either of those buddies. decent notes.
Yeah. I'll just pick one out.
I guess I will.
So we found a twist of fate card that Jane doesn't like. We tend not to like attack each other too much in most games. So, hey, Maple Grande.
Wait a second.
What?
This card costs 4
Thank
carrots. I'm taking the comet or whatever. That thing only costs 2.
There you go.
Sounds
Oh,
good.
that was a terrible card.
Sorry, I didn't know.
All right. You still need to do your turn.
That was my turn. For my turn, I
Oh, yeah, he
okay,
cleared
okay,
the
okay.
thing,
So then
and then
you're
he
up,
got
Adam.
to
yeah,
the.
so that was
the
a
one thing.
very
Okay.
lackluster turn.
Very lackluster.
Yes.
Okay. So anyway, Maple Grande, we are playing Fantasy Ranch, which is like a
If you
ranching
pull out the
style
box.
game. Yeah, I'll pull out the box. Right here.
Take it.
Upside down. Right side up. There you go. That is what it is. Just realized that I'm on the small screen. Okay. It's got a bunch of different rulings. So this is what, our third time playing?
Second.
Yeah, we're playing
Second time playing
version
this
2 of
version?
the game. It's
Okay.
got 3 different difficulty levels.
Own no buddies.
You
Perfect.
currently own no buddies.
I currently
so you
own
just
no
like
buddies.
put it underneath your.
Okay. We'll just.
Well, you
stick
probably
that
should do it in a
underneath.
way where you can actually see how many points you have, though.
There we go. All right, we have unlocked
You
a
have
few
a
of those.
lot
so.
of points, Adam. I think you're gonna win.
I have a couple, but not.
Yeah, but you
like,
have a lot of points. Like you have 4 and another 3.
Remember,
Cards.
I
Maddie,
currently have 3. I have 3 points.
I'm
total.
gonna do the trading in 2 for 1. 2 carrots for 1 tack to get the range. To finally get my last horse out of my house and out on the range. There we
Poor
go.
range horse.
Poor range horse.
Stuffed in a house.
I know. Hey, it was.
At least the ones I have in my house right now are paddock horses.
I stored him near the kitchen so he could at all times see the range. Get it? Like the stove range.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
because he was a range horse.
I see.
He's
what
also
you're
a
saying.
chef.
have any
That's
of
why
you
his
guys...
name is. Which one's my range horse? Maverick. Maverick is a chef.
Are you done with your turn?
Yes.
Have you
Okay.
guys noticed... Wait, you have the first player time.
You were first.
Oh,
player.
that's right.
Have you guys noticed my place?
All right.
I have 2 pasture horses and a run-out horse
I'm
in
Maverick.
my house.
I'm
Now,
sending out Cowboy
we are
for
going
the
to-
Western Pleasure Show.
We have to send out Western
What's
Pleasure shows. I get to roll 1
Fox?
dice for Maverick, and like always, I'm probably not going to win. I rolled a 1.
Oh, ouch.
Like
6
normal.
and a 4.
All right, Jane, you won.
Bad
I
jokes
won.
inbound. Okay, so I got last
Carrot
place.
for you.
But last place, I still want a carrot. Maverick likes his carrots. Here we go. That's the end of this one.
I will buy this horse because it matches with this horse.
Okay. Now it's time for the
Okay.
driving show.
One of these.
I'm sending
Driving
out
show.
Sunny.
What symbol is that?
It's like the teal.
Oh, I do have one. I have Moonshine, who again has sobered up for his
I am
1 show, and he's
sending
gonna
out
roll higher than a
Chip,
1.
Chunk, Cocoa, and Cookie.
It's
Oh
my
gosh.
first 6 ever, and I actually
Aw.
win.
Why were you hoping? Hey, you've won more than once this game.
No, I haven't won any horses. This is my first horse that I get to win. Who should I take? Well, there's nothing else coming up. Do I have any buddies that match? I need
Peter?
triangles, hearts, or
Hey, Shelly,
electric symbol.
if your dad asks, tell him I went out to Mary's.
We could do the range. Or the triangle.
He's not downstairs either, so.
Ooh, if I do the range, that might match up with one of my other things that I'm needing. Okay, I'm gonna do Rebel. And Rebel is a range horse. That is very comfortable finally being in my house. Rebel and Maverick are together. It's kind of the same thing though, isn't it? Like,
That's
technically
interesting.
speaking, isn't a maverick a rebel?
I guess.
I'm just saying.
I'm
It's interesting
taking
that I have both those
my
exact
fate.
same horses then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Own a range. If I do, the reward is add 1 action to your turn.
Oh, you get
Oh,
2
perfect.
actions? No, that goes in here.
What? Oh. Okay.
So he gets to take 2 actions. So we could take 2 horses this time, a horse and unlock a thing, or he could farm and then he could do a horse, or he could just take 2 horses.
What
That's
can
the
I-
only thing that's really going to make sense for you, Jane.
What
Yeah.
Can
You've already unlocked your whole thing.
Okay,
You
I
can
have
unlock mine
paddock.
for me.
Paddock horse. That guy's a triangle, so he'd be useless.
You can only take paddock or range.
Yeah, that range horse would go with the other 2 range horses I own, so. Oh, wait, I don't think I ever got.
Okay.
There.
Then
Third
this would get
range
refilled,
horse.
right? Because he gets to essentially just take another action.
Should probably keep your range horses all together so you know how many you have. Herds usually stick together.
Usually. But maybe like in the video, one is a more introverted horse and is trying to find the people.
Maybe.
Yeah, there is.
Because there
I'm
are
all about
introverted and
introverted
extroverted.
I feel like I'm scared of horses because they must keep giving me the extroverted horses.
Right.
Anytime I've ridden one, it's like, hey, you look like you would like a really extroverted horse. And I'm like, why? Why do I look like that?
Are you done
Okay.
mentioning?
No, I need to do my other action.
Get a second action.
turn.
Does he get to possibly choose from this one?
No, because it's not the end of his turn.
Okay. These are the
yeah.
horses you have to choose from.
There are no horses out there that I want.
So far as a critique, we've said this before when we played this game. We really wish it had slightly more strategy. But we are getting to more strategy. So
Yeah.
this particular
I'm gonna
version,
take carrots. How
we
many do I
have
get?
the symbol matching to do.
Maybe, do I get 9
um,
carrots?
For what?
The base version, when we first played it, you just got
Why don't you
points
look
for
at your board
every
and find out
horse
what
that you
you
had. And it was a very luck of the
What does
draw.
your board say you get if you're farming?
This
Yeah.
is covered up with stuff.
Oh, uncover it so you can read it. What does it say when you farm your ranch?
Primary okay. So
What do the goods get you at the end of the game?
Nothing.
Okay.
I can't take any of those horses.
Okay. Sounds good.
Bully is useless.
Why? Okay. Flip that over. It is
He's a
my
triangle.
turn. Twist of fate. Anyway, okay, so you have room on your home space. Ah,
You have room.
I do. Draw the next horse card and add it to your stable for free. So I just draw off of here.
Nice.
And I got Diamond. Diamond is a pasture horse who was lucky enough for me to have just bought a pasture. All right.
Now you just need another horse called Lucy.
Oh, I do have some buddies now. I have Rebel and that one. Okay. And then I can do my turn. I can't unlock the other from my barn because I only have carrots and I need tack.
Aw, that's super sad for
Right.
you.
But if I sold a bunch of horses,
Then you would get lots of carrots.
and I could trade the carrots in for a 2-to-1 ratio for tack.
Yeah, you'll need to have had 6 carrots.
2, 3.
You have 2
Ooh.
already.
Gold. Hey, Daddy.
I know.
The final one, the finale horses usually have 5 or 6 carrots on them.
I'm not getting rid of the world show
Why
horses.
not?
But I should look here and see if I can unlock anything. I need 2 orange, which I don't have. 2 green, which I do. 2 green, which I do. 2 pink. And a 2 that one. I'm not gonna get those, I don't think. Just thinking, like, if I did at least get the red of the ones that don't have buddies,
Yeah.
then I'd be able to unlock this, and that would be 3 points
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the game.
Plus 1 point for the...
Plus 1 point for that. So
Yeah.
I think... Actually, I only have to get rid of Rocket.
Yeah.
because that would be 4 carrots. Getting rid of Rocket, getting 4 carrots, trading in all the 4 carrots to get 3 tack, trading the 3 tack in to get a barn.
Nice.
That was
I
a lot
have
of back
plenty
and
of tack,
forth
so
to
I'm
get a
getting
barn.
a pasture. All right.
Nice.
Oh wait. I didn't do my twist of
Oh,
fate.
I have to put back. What was?
Unfortunately, if I own a pasture,
Here's
well,
the
I just
paddock.
bought it, so I guess now I would own it. Add 1 action to your turn, so I get an extra action. That's fantastic. I'm very excited about that.
Nice. Okay, now I just have to win a couple shows to get the rest of these rewards.
I guess it doesn't make much
I
difference.
just need a yellow.
That one's barn. I could get bramble, which would
2
give me
orange,
a pair, which would give me 1 point.
2 purple.
Or I could take blackjack, and it'll give me 3 of a kind, which would give me 2 points, but it's still ultimately just adding 1 more point.
And a 2 blue.
So I think I'm going to take bramble.
Okay, good to go.
And that's what, 3. Okay.
Show horse time. Womp, womp, womp. Okay, so this is the world-class Western show.
Well, I'm sending out Star for the whole thing, because it's the only one.
Sending
I have.
out Ace.
What one are we doing? Green?
Green.
What? Oh.
4.
5.
Ooh,
Oh.
I'm gonna get to win.
So Adam, you win 2 horses.
I win 2.
Jane and I each
Horses.
win 1. But
Okay,
Jane will go
let's see
first.
here.
So I'll be the last one to pick. Oh, I didn't put in my horse.
This is the only 2 orange. So I'm going to take Ginger. It's a good thing that I built a barn to put Ginger in. And I'm going to take Ginger and what else? I don't really have.
Time to get some
I'm
buddies
thinking
going.
Rogue.
Also, you could be thinking about your other goal cards
Yeah,
too.
because that just completed this goal card.
Nice. Jane, take your pick. Can you buddy anyone up?
Rogue is going in my barn.
There are only 2 characters I could take.
2 horses?
2 horses. Black. Or that one or that one, because those are the only 2 places that I can go to.
Okay, well.
And are we deciding on if it is a 2 or higher for these particular
I think
skills?
we could just say that's.
Because I think it's
that we can.
It's about the minimum dice that you'd have to roll.
Yeah.
When you're rolling 3 dice, you're at least rolling 2 dice, which
Yeah.
would still be the same amount of skills.
I think that's fair.
Okay.
Guess
Oh, actually, I finished this one now. I think that, yep. When I got bramble.
Okay. And you get to pick a horse with what's left of the stock.
Perfect. I want blackjack.
Blackjack.
I should have taken
Okay, now we'll
Why?
refill.
Just to be mean?
I don't know.
You wouldn't have had anyone to buddy him with.
I don't have anyone
Ooh.
to buddy him with.
Captain
No.
is up, but it's going to be a little late now. All right,
Yes,
next one.
it is.
We
Alright.
have blue, so I'm sending in the Duke.
I'm sending
With
in
3
Star again.
And Hero T again with 3 dice.
I rolled a 5 and a 3.
Everyone rolled a 5. Jane
5,
won.
4, 1.
You're second. I'm third
Right.
again.
All right, Jane.
2 horse.
Take a horse. Take a
2
horse. Take a
horses.
horse. Take a horse.
Okay. So they are no matter what, just 1 point.
My world show horses are aces, dukes, and princes.
Okay.
What's yours
Wow.
name? Star.
Star.
Dang it. Willow could not find my thing.
What's yours? Mr. T?
Hero T.
Hero T.
Star looks really weird because they put these weird like things on its hooves. It's like clothing almost, like down here. It's like a little ring thing.
Oh, weird.
It's just
That's kind of
to
weird.
make it like look fancy, but
I can only
it
take
just
1
looks kind of
horse.
weird.
It has like little. Well, I mean that's where its ears are, but
I can only take 1
it's
horse.
yours.
Yeah, like ear covers.
your covers. Yeah.
Guys, I can only take 1 horse.
can only take one horse?
Wow,
Okay.
really?
Yeah, because I don't have a pasture. My barn is full, and I
Okay.
also don't have a run out.
Oh, almost everything out there is a pasture. Okay, I'm going
Mm.
to take Fancy and Harley, which is technically 2 horses, but I only have to count them as 1. And that will complete this other goal.
Hey, it's not as bad as having a card that counts as 4 horses.
Well, I'm going to take Captain.
As for buddies go, I don't have much going on for buddies.
All right. Want to refill it?
Yep. 1, 2, 3. This is the last horse show. I'm bringing Prince.
I'm sending out Star again.
Bringing out the big guns of Prince. This is the driving show.
This is my
Beat
winning
that.
4.
I got a 6 and a 3.
I got first place.
I got
Finally.
second.
Okay. I gotta pick some horses. Any triangles out there? No. Any lightning bolts? No. So I just, no butterflies, no circles, no stars. All right, so I just need to pick 2 that have the same thing. That's pretty easy.
Poppy and honey.
Yeah, I'm going to take Poppy and Honey.
Poppy and honey. Okay, and it doesn't really matter what I take. There's no hearts, right? None of these horses have hearts. None of the horses have hearts.
Oh, Prince Horse's face just fell off. Look at that.
What?
Wait, what happened? What just happened?
Like,
Face off.
look, part of his face just came off.
Okay,
What?
so I need
That's
a
so
lightning
weird.
bolt, which there are none.
Oh, that's
Dropper, which are none. I could take a horseshoe, or
Stick it back on.
yeah.
Pretty
Okay,
sure
what are
you
we
can't
looking
do
for
that.
here for horseshoes? Yeah, doesn't really matter which one I take. I take yeah, I'll take this one because it's a horseshoe and it
All right,
matches.
Jane. you
And I
get
can go in the
next.
pasture. I have plenty of pasture room.
Cobra. Only horse I can take.
Okay,
When
that's
it matches.
that was it, right?
That's
I
the
believe.
game. It's
Okay.
time to score.
Okay. And so I'll kind of walk through my scoring. Everyone's going to figure out theirs. And maybe we'll just mark it with my dice as I go up. So I have all these little cards right here, and I was able to complete them. It's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8 points. So we'll just mark it with, like I said, the dice. So we are at 8 points for our cards. Other things I get as points. If we unlock the entire board, which we did, because we're a team, we're going to get the 3 points, because this was a big board, lots of land area. So we'll add 3 to that, so it should be up to 6 and 5. Okay, and then every show horse, basically they all have trophies listed on them on the side. They are a point, so I have 1, 2, 3 points for my show horses. That's going to be
How many points would this be?
1,
2.
2, 3.
That's
Okay.
2 points.
And then lastly,
This is
the
1
only
point.
other way to get points, if we look here, so which is going to be hard for you guys to see, but it says,
They can't see it.
yeah,
They still
Matching.
can't see it.
no, yeah, like I said, you're not going to be able to see it. Stop trying. You're not going to see it. All right, but anyway, so matching symbols. We calculated up the locations. Oh, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because every location is a point as well, right? I don't have enough dice. Okay, we'll count these later. We'll just put them over here. There's another 5 that we have to constitute for it. Now we look for matching symbols. So like these guys are buddies. And
How many did you get?
these guys are buddies. All the other horses are
7.
kind of useless.
Wait,
But
7?
these ones are buddies, so they're going to get us 1 point for each grouping of
Wow,
buddies. If I had
that's
another one, it'd be
terrible.
2 points. So that's going to be 1, 2, so I'm up to 4. 4 plus the 5
So
here.
you got 9? Oh, you got 1.
15.
So I got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. This is my first time winning this game.
Yeah, you spent the entire time whining about how
What?
much we were winning and how
You guys,
terrible you were doing, and instead you completely slaughtered us. So, thanks for being such a good sport.
I
You're
wasn't that
such a
bad.
good role model for
I
our
wasn't
children.
that bad.
I got 10 points.
I mean, you've been worse in the past.
I've been worse in the
But
past.
what are you doing?
I'm shuffling the horses up. Was I not supposed to?
Yeah, that's not all horses.
It's not all horses. They're horses with twisted fate. No, it did work out to draw those ones about having the least amount of horses.
Yeah.
That helped out.
Yeah.
So.
So I had 15. Jane had 7.
Ooh.
So, you know.
I tell ya. Well, that's why I said he could.
I got 10. I got 10.
Oh, you did get 10.
After
okay.
realizing that, forgetting that he's getting points.
He could have stolen from me, but like you said, like he wanted to steal the show horses, but you said you couldn't steal the show horses. So that kind of like threw off.
Well, I could have stolen from you,
Bad
but
idea.
you guys were both like, "Oh, but maybe it's winning."
Oh, you're more of the fact that you have more horses to choose from.
Well, you had already been complaining a lot about how you kept losing all the shows.
I did lose all the shows. Kept rolling a 1 and a 1. So but to be honest though,
It's super powerful though to get the double horses at the end.
it is
Because you're usually like we were able to actually pick out pairs
exactly
of matching
exactly.
buddies.
That's
You know
the last
you know-
version. If we were playing with the last version, I would have been slaughtered.
Oh, you would have definitely.
And so that's the big
because
difference.
it was based entirely on number of horses.
You know what? Really, I don't think.
So I would not suggest version 2. Version 1 of this?
Version 1 is it's pretty just
It's-
like collect horses
Yeah.
and however many horses you have.
Every
is your
horse is a
score.
point. There's no bonus points. Every
Yeah.
horse is a point. Every one of these is a point. And with that one,
That
what
one was
ended up
much
happening?
more luck based. This one definitely
Like-
has more strategy.
Right. Because I was able to control with that one. Okay, I mean, almost all of us got the same amount of points for these spaces.
Well,
But it all came down to who won the most amount of shows.
But
Yeah.
here, I think you being able to have every kind of horse on your board was what really helped you to win, because you had every type of like place, but I was restricted without.
Right.
But I
How many
don't.
spaces did you have?
I
So to
only-
show, like, it's asymmetric, but you set it up yourself asymmetrically. So, like, if we look at mine, I have a range, a paddock, a runout, a barn, a pasture, and my house that I can fit 3. And Jane just
Yes.
knocked the
Oh, sorry.
camera.
Okay, so.
Everything is like completely off now, Jane.
Sorry.
Anyway,
So how many
trying to
spots do you
figure out
have,
where-
Daddy?
where this needed to be.
How many spots do you have, Daddy?
There we go. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and my home, so 6. If we can count, if we count the home, it's 5 without the
No,
home.
I'm talking about how
Yeah, I had
many
4.
spots in total do you have for horses?
Oh, let's see here. There was 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 21, 22, 23, 24. I could fit 24
I had
horses.
16.
I had 16.
And I
Here,
only,
let me see.
I could
I
hold
only
20.
I
So,
only
like,
had
here's
3
mine.
different kinds of spots.
But here's Jane. He went with this one. When you get them, you can choose either side too. I don't know if that would have helped him as
but
much.
that one.
But you are limited for his. He just had a barn, a paddock, and a range. It is interesting. I
But
thought
I
that
don't.
you could
I don't
store
get
more.
any bonuses for starting with less space. If anything, I get less because I only get 1 point for that. You get 3, but you have to unlock 5 spaces. But the thing is, it's unbalanced. I feel like either all of us have to play with 3 spot ones, or all of us have to play 5 spot ones, or 4 spot
Well,
ones.
you can't. But the thing is, like, you have to take that into consideration when you're selecting your farm as well. Your ranch needs
Right.
to have what you're hoping to build.
Yeah.
Right.
I
So
was hoping to build on
going
it,
back to
but
face.
then just didn't work.
So anyway, that was Fantasy Ranch. It was a little bit different. I wasn't anticipating. I mean, it changes a lot to have the special goals that we were able to like win. In the end, it was
Yeah.
a lower point style game than last time because
Yeah.
when we played before, just to tell you, like I didn't win any horse shows again, and it was annoying because it was like It was like times in which I had a horse that could roll 3 dice and I rolled 3 ones. And I had another horse and it was like 3 dice and I rolled like 3 twos.
Yeah.
And
I think it kind of makes sense though, like thematically. Like
it does.
your horse isn't necessarily going to do what you want it to do on the day of the show.
Exactly.
So
And
I mean,
thematically that does seem to like work with it. I think the problem was just the point system divvied out at the end because it was like, okay, I can't win any of the horses. It didn't matter which horses I collected. And
sometimes
so,
I actually don't want to win horses in the second show because I want the tack
right.
so that I can get
So you can get more places
So I
to
can
unlock
get my-
because that's
my
like a guaranteed
locations.
point. Getting a location is a guaranteed point.
I found this time I didn't buy as many horses. I wanted my locations more than I wanted horses because I knew I could get horses from the
Right.
board, from the shows.
Now,
And
Michelle's
so
still, like,
I
super
didn't
blown out.
feel like it was as necessary to actually purchase the horses.
Right, like at the very beginning when I realized I shot myself in the foot and I didn't have a pink or a blue horse, I
Mm,
specifically went for the blue because if at least if anything I could
you
win
get
tack.
the tack. Yeah.
Because I didn't want the food. I mean,
Yeah.
the food, I knew I wasn't gonna buy horses.
Right. And I mean, at
After
the
that
very
point.
least, like in the last round, like you're gonna get 3 free horses no matter what happens. And so it just seems like you really don't need to buy as many horses.
Right.
Versus when we played like version 1, it was like just buy all the horses. You know,
Right.
because your goal is just to get horses and
Right. And every horse
each one is a
point.
point.
And there's no other strings attached. Versus now it was
Yeah.
like,
There's a lot more strategy.
well,
now,
if
I
you just
think.
have one butterfly, it's not anything.
Yeah,
You know, one butterfly, one circle, one square. You got no extra bonus points there.
right.
So like with Jane, with yours being smaller, if you were able to get horses
Well, the thing is,
specifically, but it still comes down to
the thing is
the one
that
action.
what was out here though was that there weren't the right kind of horses because I only had the 3.
Right.
So there weren't the right kind of horses, and when there were never the same type of horse as I had as another horse. So I had no pairs, but I had like every single different type of symbol.
Exactly.
I just couldn't
Couldn't get a
it.
matching. A
Mm.
matching buddies. And that does make it hard.
Yeah.
Especially because all 3 of the ones in my barn were different.
And I think that's where, like, I don't know, it's the weird tension with this game where you only get one action. Now, saying that though, it works out well because to onboard somebody to a game like this would be fairly easy because you have one option to do every turn. You're gonna either take a horse or build a new barn. That's it.
Yeah, or farm.
Or farm. If you need more
Get
resources.
resources.
Most of us, I think we've realized it's not really a point of getting resources, right? I mean,
I did once.
you did. Oh, okay.
I
did
did
not.
once because I really wanted to be able to get the last of my spaces opened up.
Okay.
And so with the ones I had left over,
Sure.
I had one that cost 3. I had one that cost 2.
Mhm.
So getting the 6 tack meant that I was going to be able to buy both of them on my next 2 turns. And that was going to be the end of the game.
Right.
So like I had already planned out my turns for the whole rest of the game.
Right. So, like, I mean, with me, it kind of came down to oh, wait, if I convert these horses back into carrots, because that's how life works, then I can convert those carrots at a 2-to-1 ratio into tack, because again, life. And with that tack, I was able to convert that into land to buy
Yeah.
and then put on a barn, because, yeah, totally. By the way, if anybody wants to help support us, send us tack, because we are looking for land and we need a lot of tack
I was
to
just
be
gonna
able to
say.
buy some land.
Don't really send us tack. We
Don't
don't have
really send us
horses.
tack.
So,
So we can open up our board game ranch. So it'll be kind of different types of tack.
it is possible to play a game where all players have either 4 or 5 slots because there are 3 boards with 4 or 5 slots. This one has one side is 4
Right,
slots.
but
the other side
You
is 3.
it'd still be 4 or 5. It wouldn't be all of the players
Well,
have the same amount of.
But I
One's
think what I was
5,
trying to get at, Jen, is I think the
this one's 5,
tension.
and this one's
is having with yours. You probably need to focus more on the like buddies. You needed
Yeah.
everything to be buddied up. But you need to be buying horses, putting them in your house, and getting rid of them to
Yeah.
clear out the deck down here. Is what you needed to like function. Kind of like when we play other deck builders, right? Sometimes,
Mhm.
or like Heart of Crown, well, you want a different card out. You got to buy the rest of those so something else can show up in the pile.
Right. So next time we're gonna play the hardest version of Fantasy Ranch.
Right.
We'll see how it is.
Right. So this one just has.
It's gonna add like so the show cards that
Just rolling a switch.
the show cards on the back, they have like other stuff. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna. I mean, it hasn't come up yet,
Right.
so it must come up in number 3.
It doesn't look like you're
also,
winning horses with them.
It doesn't look like you're winning horses with them, so that could really be interesting.
Really change.
There's like all of these little tokens, for the game. We'll be playing with those.
Okay.
We'll have staff to manage that has special abilities that will allow us to do stuff. So I mean,
Okay.
there's going to be a lot of different stuff from today, and we'll see how it is.
Right. Yeah.
We might end up playing that one and be like, wow, this is a really good game.
Right.
I mean, because at this point, I'd say it's okay.
Right.
I don't know that I'd necessarily want to like keep it. Griffin won't play the other one with us.
Yeah, he won't play the basic
thought
version, which is the other side of the map. It's like kind of a roll and move.
Yeah, I was so excited though because it's like, oh, it's gonna be great because it's got the little kid version on the back. Let me pull that out again.
Sure. I'll
Well,
switch
I
back
can
to
just hold it up.
board game cam. Well, this way they can see.
So it's got
So like,
this on the back of the board.
Yes, you
And
start
so you
down
travel
here,
around and you're collecting and trading horses.
but you can pick which way you go.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it connects back together here.
And each
goes
color
down
does
there,
a different
goes
thing.
here.
It's got 3 different levels of play as well, depending on how old your kids are.
One for 5 and up, one for 8 and up, one for 10 and up.
Okay.
yeah.
And so we thought, oh, this is gonna be great because it's basically 2 different games, 2 completely different games in one.
Right.
Because you don't need any of these.
Yeah, it's really simple, and yeah, he won't play it. He wouldn't even do one turn. Like we got it's like, sure, I'll play the game, and we got the whole thing set up, and he's like, no.
Right. It's like,
but it's your
no, I
turn.
don't
We
want
all
to.
had a turn,
I'm
and now
done.
it's your turn. He's like, no.
It needs Minecraft horses on it. Is what Meeple Grande said.
Yeah, probably.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
If you
He saw the Builders and Biomes game at the game store, and he's like, ooh, we should get this game. I was like, you're not old enough to play that
think
one.
Griffin could probably play that one after looking at the review.
Yeah.
Actually, I could
No.
check.
Maybe we'll have to look into
Yeah,
it.
because
Yeah.
it's not a
Yeah.
good. Or I've looked into it before, and I feel like if Griffin could play it, that would be cool. But it's us just playing it wouldn't. Yeah, it just.
We keep running into this where we try to include him to play.
Yeah.
And the little kid games, he's not sure. So again, Haba games have been great. Like
Yeah.
he likes most of the Haba games. We play them a bunch, but we as a family have a problem with that. We play games to death. And so once we get to that point, it's like, okay, we got to pass this game on because it's just all of us are kind of done with it. We don't want to see it anymore. We don't talk about it. It's a great game.
Like
but...
Griffin loved Hedgehog Haberdash so
Oh my gosh.
much. We played so many games of it, and just like I never want to see Hedgehog Haberdash again.
If I see one more hedgehog, I
So
will.
we gave it to my nephew. It was like Griffin didn't want to get rid of it. I'm like, well, here's the thing: we'll give it to your cousin, and then when we're visiting him, you can still play it without me.
Without me. Right, right.
He's like, okay.
Right. I mean, we still have Rhino Hero and Rhino Hero Super Battle.
Yeah.
Which is still
Maybe
fun.
we should bring that one. My mom might like that one.
Yeah.
And
Just
she
bring
could
that
play it
in
with Griffin.
and play with them.
Still,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I really, really want to bring Fireball.
You can bring
Island,
over Fireball Island.
So we're also kind of in this weird transition phase. We don't have all our stuff. It's sort of
Yeah,
split.
yeah.
We're
It's
looking
all
for
over the
place,
place.
and so we've been kind of we go over. We pick up a few things. We got to bring other things back.
Yeah, we have to bring some games over to put in storage to Adam's parents' house. and then bring some new games over here to play that the boys
Right.
really want to play. And it's complicated right now. It's complicated
Right.
living like this. I mean, we keep trying to reiterate we are just visiting. We're only here because of jury duty, which I have been summoned for. So, yeah, so that's how I'm going to spend my Valentine's Day.
Yay!
Is sitting in jury selection. But I mean, that's the
How
reason. that
Maybe
we're
me and the
here.
boys will go out for
How
chocolate or something.
romantic.
Great.
I wonder if they have a what's a chocolate shop that we really liked. I wonder if they have one in Minneapolis.
Leonidas?
Yeah.
I don't think they'll have
I
that.
don't know.
I don't
Good.
think they make the chocolates in shop. So then you're relying that they're going to be able to keep it in stock from a different country.
Right, which right now isn't working too well.
Yeah.
Right.
But I could
right.
really go for some Leonidas
Right.
chocolates.
If we can find Michelle some Leonidas chocolates, cheer her up for jury duty.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, well, that'll be me and the
That was-
boys.
That was my
mission.
favorite part of Brussels.
Right.
We went to Leonidas and that was
There was a little Leonidas shop
best.
next to the airport, next to the hotel we were staying
yeah.
at. And
Belgian chocolate does not disappoint.
Yep.
Especially when it's actually from Belgium.
Yep.
And you're actually in Belgium eating it.
made by Belgians.
Although
I'm assuming.
yeah.
Although you don't know, they don't have a
government.
government there.
Yeah.
I mean, that could have just been any guy who just walked in, opened
Or-
up a shop. All right. So, next Tuesday, I think Tuesdays we're going to. How did we want
Yeah.
to do our layout?
No, I think we should do Tuesdays. We should do whatever our game is. For,
Okay. So
for,
Tuesdays,
game schooling.
we're gonna see game schooling tabletop games here, down,
Yeah.
camera and everything,
And we're gonna do word games on Thursdays.
and word games on Thursdays.
That's the
At
plan.
least for the time being.
That's what's gonna happen next week, and then hopefully the next week we
Tuesdays
won't
and
be on
Thursdays.
because we're hoping to go down and look at some properties.
Right.
But
And
we'll see.
I will periodically be on at random different times. So tomorrow, I might be on later in the afternoon, early evening, possibly. And with those, it's just going to be me playing probably apps on the phone, showing you different apps that I've enjoyed playing that these guys don't like to play as much, like
Yeah, I don't.
Suburbia. I love Suburbia. They do not. I really like Scythe. Jane doesn't mind it in person.
Hey, I really like it.
But would you play with me on the phone?
No, I like it. It doesn't have cool minis and
It has cool music though, and the minis are still there. They're just
Yeah.
really small.
Well, to be fair, I mean, I painted up the minis for Scythe
Right.
religiously, so
And I painted all the mechs, and Michelle painted all the people. So
yeah.
maybe we can get a place we can have a painting show as well. So
Maybe.
anyway, so if you see us on periodically live outside of the Tuesday, Thursday, it's probably going to be me just doing something random here
Yeah.
on the phone in a quiet space. You're my safe place to go to.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, Michelle, your parents are leaving the house. Let's live stream right now, because it'll be quiet."
Right. And then
Yeah.
right. We don't always have control over our environments, and the sooner
No.
we learn that, the better. So, okay. Anyway, I think that's
Yeah.
it for today's stream.
See you next week.
See you next week for another rendition of this game, and then we'll give you our final thoughts
Yeah.
on it. And then after that, Thursday will be Board Game Arena. Word games, show up, play against us, probably beat us, or at least beat me. I am not very good at word games, but they're not Scrabble. And so
Yes.
I have a chance. So, all right. Well, I don't know if you can grab me my phone. I can look on Twitch in there and
Sure.
see if anybody else is live. Probably Mr. Scraps, but I'm not
Possibly, yeah.
sure. It's usually on around now. Trick Camp. I don't know. I don't know who all that is. So yeah, we're gonna pop over to Scrappy Kid again. And then other times, okay, let's see here. I have to select and then type in. Not sure what he'll be playing today, but he's usually on Board Game Arena.
Yeah.
and he's usually playing a bigger box, like board game arena game, than we usually play. We're on BGA. We're usually teaching people who don't know games. Not you all who've been playing with us. You guys play games. I'm talking about other people who don't normally play games, and we're trying to get them in on playing other games. So, anyway, with all that said, see you guys next week.